Namaste and hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Hamsavahini Vajraasthra. I'm Awhona. In today's video, I'm going to share my TBR for the Nightingale August Challenge Readathon 2021. So do please join me further in this video. So the Nightingale August Challenge Readathon is a month-long readathon which would be running from the 1st of August to the 31st of August. And this year, the Nightingale August Challenge encompasses not only reading as a tribute to Florence Nightingale, who was the main pioneer of nursing, but also it also delves into the Victorian medical history during that particular age, and it also has a few fun challenges. So I have posted the link to the announcement video in the description box below, along with the corresponding links to the book recommendations videos which I did post last week. So I'll link them all down below for you to check. Now today I'm going to be sharing my TBR, so I'll just get down to it. I have the challenges written in front of me, so I'll be reading out the challenges as well as sharing the book which I've chosen for that particular challenge with you. So for participation, there are only two requirements. The first requirement is to read a book about Florence Nightingale or about her life, and the second requirement is to read a nursing fiction book about Florence Nightingale, or which has the word Nightingale written on its in its title, or which is in which the protagonist is somehow going to be related to Florence Nightingale or is inspired by the life of Florence Nightingale. So for this, I have chosen a few books. So the first is to read about Florence Nightingale. So for this, I have chosen to read two books. The first book is called A Brief History of Florence Nightingale by Hugh Small. I hope you can see it. And I have shared details about this book in one of my book recommendation videos. So you definitely can click on them and check on what this is all about, which I have definitely shared. So that's the first book that I've chosen for this challenge. The second book that I've chosen to read for this challenge is Florence Nightingale and the Viceroys, which has been written by Patricia Mowbray, and I have been quite fascinated by the way Florence Nightingale's work has been depicted for the Indian subcontinent, as well as the soldiers who were working in India, as well as the general upliftment of the health and hygiene of the Indian communities. So this is something which I'm looking forward to read. So I will be reading this only after the 16th of August, because I'll be coupling this up with another readathon which I'm quite interested in participating in. However, as of now, I'll be reading this particular book when August starts, and midway of August I'll start with this after completing this. So that would be the books which I selected for the first participation requirement. Now for the second one, which is to read a nursing fiction book which has Florence Nightingale as the main protagonist. So for this I chose the comedy mystery series, which was called Florence Nightingale, and the first part is called The Giggling Corpse. And these are very short books. It's been written by Barbara Silkstone. The second book is called The Killer Corset, which is absolutely hilarious. And the third book is called The Cheeky Coroner. And these are the three books which I have chosen with Florence Nightingale as the main protagonist. Now, I have also chosen another book which has Florence Nightingale, the word Nightingale written on it. So it's The Workhouse Nightingale by Holly Green, and as you can see it has the word Nightingale written on it. So this is the second nursing fiction book which I have chosen to read, and there is another audiobook which I have chosen to listen to as well, and I'll just put up that audiobook somewhere over here so that you can definitely have a good look at it. So these are the three books that I've chosen to read for and listen to for the nursing fiction section. And now let's get down to the challenges. Now for the history section, the first challenge is to read a book about the medical healthcare during the Victorian age, which may also include asylums and madhouses. So for this, I have chosen to read two books. The first one is called Inconvenient People, Lunacy, Liberty and Mad Doctors in Victorian England, written by Sarah Wise. So that's the first book that I chose. There is another book which I have chosen, which is called Life in the Victorian Asylum, which I'll be putting it up over here. It's on my Kindle. So those are the two books which I'll be reading. I have spoken in length about these two books in my recommendations video, so you definitely can check if you are interested in knowing more about them. The second challenge is to read a book written by Florence Nightingale. So for this, I chose to read Suggestions for Thought by Florence Nightingale, which I have, I do apologize, my light which I'm using, the ring light, is actually shining on it. So this is one of the books that I am looking forward to, because it not only delves with the scientific thought but the philosophical thought of Florence Nightingale, and I have shared about this book in my book recommendations video, which you definitely can watch. The third challenge is to read a book about a predecessor, contemporary or immediate successor of Florence Nightingale, and I've given a list of very famous nurses who were either there during the time of Florence Nightingale's career, or immediately succeeded her, or immediately preceded her. And for this, I have chosen the one book which encompasses all of them, which is called Extraordinary Nurses Throughout. I'm sorry, I just hope you'll be able to see this properly. Just give me a moment, please. Here, yeah. So Extraordinary Nurses Throughout History. So this, there is no author. It's actually an amalgamation of different short biographies which have been written for every nurse. So I can't share the author's name, it's just written as various, but this is a book which encompasses all the nurses whom I had recommended for this particular readathon. Okay, so that would be challenge number 3. Now the real life section challenges have 3 challenges in total. So challenge number 4 is to read a book about the contributions or experiences of a modern day nurse. So for this, I have chosen to read Critical Care by Teresa Brown, and I'm looking forward to read this book. It's quite exciting and very interesting. And there is another audiobook which I have also chosen to listen to, so I will be linking that up over here. And I did find that audiobook recently, and it's quite interesting, so I will be listening to that for this particular challenge as well. Challenge number 5 is to read a book about paramedics and their real life experience. And for this, I'm reading the book which I did, or let's say I'm rereading the book which I read last year, which is Fighting for Your Life, a paramedic story written by Liza Walder. And I really loved this book last year, and I chose to reread this book again because it's quite intense and it's packed with action, and also it is quite enriching to know the actual plight of paramedics as they try to resolve their cases on the spot. And so that would be challenge number 5. Now challenge number 6 is to read a book about real life paranormal encounter at a hospital. So for this I have chosen to read the book Ghosts of the NHS and Other Spirits I've Known by Glynis Amy Allen. And this was a very interesting book which I did find, and I have mentioned at length about this book in my book recommendations video, which you definitely can check. And for challenge number 7, which is the fiction section, it was to read any fiction about nurses. So I have most of the fiction about nurses, which is already coupled up with the second requirement for participation for nursing fiction. So I have coupled up those books with this particular challenge. So for challenge number 8, which is to read about any medical horror fiction or fiction about haunted hospitals, I did find this particular book, which I will be receiving sometime next week. So I don't have the book at the moment, but this is the book which I have chosen, and I'll try to put it up over here. And I believe it is called Cure. So I'll be receiving this copy, and I definitely will be sharing its contents with you just as I receive it. So those are the books that I have chosen for reading for this particular readathon challenge. And let me just hope if I can hold this up for you. So these are the books, and I will meet you again very soon in another video, and I hope you have a good reading week ahead, because that's all I have for today. And in case if you do find this readathon interesting, do please participate, and also do please use the hashtag which I will link down below over here. In case if you can't use #NightingaleAugustChallenge 2021, it is just fine if you could just use #NightingaleAugustChallenge, because I understand that it's quite a long hashtag, but then you definitely can choose either of them. I think it is better if you choose #NightingaleAugustChallenge, because that will encompass your other hashtags if you would like to introduce in your titles as well. So I'll meet you again very soon with another video. So till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and namaste.